What is up, preppers, survivalists, random passers-by? This is my top 5 prepper, survival, SHTF, Teotihuacan type films that I love to watch that kind of inspire me in different ways. Make sure you correct me on all of these. I'm sure you're going to hate my list and going to have your own, so put your top 5 in the comments. And we'll go through, and there might be some titles I've not even seen, and I might have to change this at a later date, but put your top 5 in the comments. Let's start with mine. Number 5. So number 5 is the Book of Eli. This is an absolutely awesome film. This is one that kind of bypassed me when it first came out, and it was just a DVD that I happened to see when I was at the point where I was collecting DVDs before I was just streaming everything like everybody else. And I picked this DVD up because I saw Denzel Washington. Gotta love Denzel Washington. So I picked it up thinking, how's this? And it's a great depiction of a dystopian future. Now, I'm going to try not to give too many spoilers away in this. The clippets you'll see in between is just from the trailers, so it's not too much of a giveaway. But needless to say, great, very violent, very graphic, post-apocalyptic world with kind of a religious twist to it. And yeah, good watching. Number 4 on my list is 28 Days Later. One of my favourite directors, Danny Boyle, doing this one. And we've all seen zombie films beforehand. Like an honourable mention that's not on my list is Dawn of the Dead, more so the remake, the modern version of that, which I really did enjoy. Again, they're all in a mall. It's kind of the idyllic scenario that you end up in a mall with 10 people and it's wonderful, you know. But yeah, that's not going to happen. But it's kind of in an era when all these films were like this and these zombies were depicted in a certain way. 28 Days Later depicted them as these really rapid, virus-ridden, crazy, violent people coming towards you. So it suddenly got very intense very quickly. I mean, it was scary. I could watch any zombie film before that came out with a pinch of salt. And when I watched that, I was like, oh, God, that was actually scary. 2002, it was out. So it's a while back now, but it's definitely worth a watch. I can't believe that's 22 years old. Oh, God, that makes us feel old. Yes, 28 Days Later. They did do sequels, 28 Weeks Later, and there's a new one apparently coming out soon, but the original is still the best by far. So check that one out. Number 3 is going to ruffle a lot of feathers because it's Red Dawn, but it's not the original. I do like the original. The acting is a touch cheesy when you look back at it now. It's the modern remake of that. Now, it was kind of changed, which I found funny, because they changed it from Russians, which the original one is, to North Korea, I believe, or a mixture of North Korea and somebody else on the modern remake to make it more relatable in 2012. Little did they know, probably Russia would be more relatable now. Scary times. But anyway, a more modern caliber of acting, great, high intense film. It's not so much prepper, but it's more like last minute, what do we have to do? What do we grab? How do we survive? That kind of thing. And it's about the fight back. So again, don't want to give too much away. I'm sure everybody seeing this has seen Red Dawn, the original, if not both. But yes, it's the remake I'm talking about, and that is my number 3. Number 2 on my list is one that almost passed me by. It's a Netflix one, and it's How It Ends. This is a great disaster movie. This is As It Happens. So it's not 10 years later, 15 years later. This is during what goes on. So, and it's very vague on what is actually happening, but more about how you react to it at the time. So this again is more like the psychology behind the preppers and how mentally prepared you'd be for something like this. And it's a very interesting take on this. So I don't want to give too much away because it is kind of a psychological one. So the more I tell you, the less impact it'll have. But How It Ends, not seen it, go and watch that one. Number 1 on the list. It would have probably been the Dawn of the Dead remake originally, but it's not. It's Leave the World Behind. This is on Netflix, and it's a family that's got a vacation type home, not a vacation home of their own, but you know, like they've rented it off somebody, off one of these websites. And it's clear that that house is this person's bug out location because something happens and we don't quite know what. and this guy ends up there with his daughter. So it's kind of a clash of personalities there. But then you start to see real effects and going out into the community, and they meet people who are preppers in there. So that's very interesting. So again, don't want to give too much away, but I mean, Julia Roberts, Ethan Hawke, Kevin Bacon, it's great. So yeah, go and give that a watch. Leave the World Behind. It's on Netflix. It's a 2023 movie, and that right now is my number one. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you got all the way to the end, excellent. Make sure you hit like and subscribe, and check out my other videos. And don't forget, leave your top 5 below. I need to see these. I need to find films I've not seen yet. Thanks for watching, guys.